I know you probably think it's not possible. She probably finished with the long A by now. Not when it's represented in writing. Okay, so let's do the share screen. Okay. These are another set of cards. Share it. And this is the long A sound. A-I-G-H. And diphthong usually means two. So I guess you would call this a multiphthong. I never heard that. Triple phthong, right? But it's a bunch of letters put together, represented in writing. I mean, only in writing, because not in sound. Because if you were just to say this, you would just think it was the A there. But it has the same sound as all the other A's that we talked about. The long A sound, and you can see it's represented in the phonetic alphabet, the same as the other A sound. You don't pronounce the G, and you definitely don't pronounce the H. This is one time when the H is silent, but also the G is silent. And the I is silent. The only thing that's pronounced, the only letter that's pronounced is the vowel A. So let's look at it. I know by this time you're tired of the long A sound, but we're not finished yet. And this will help you. This will help you tremendously to write English, to understand why it's written like that. And if you teach English, straighten, straightforward. You know, I don't know how to pronounce that. Aiguillette. That's not, that's more French than English. And let me tell you, it's not a very common word. I wrote it down, but you see, I don't know everything. Aigrette, but I know how to pronounce it. Haight-Asbury, that's a very famous street in San Francisco. Back in the day, in my younger days, when the hippies would hang out, that's where they would go, to Haight-Asbury. 8. Freight. Now we're looking at the E-I-G-H. So even though the A isn't there, the E-I has the sound of the A. And I think this is really interesting. I should have said this when I first saw it, like with 8, that you have the sound of the letter, but you don't have the letter. So E-I-G-H is A. And when you're talking about this, 8, 18, weight. How much do you weigh? And you know the other way of spelling weigh is W-A-Y. Neighbor. That E-I-G-H-A, and I have many students, when they're giving me essays, they spell neighbor, N-A-B-O-R. And I tell them that's not how you spell it. And they say, well, why not? And I show them, and they say, why is it spelled like that? I said, well, that's English. But the rule is, if you have E-I-G-H, that is all pronounced A, and neighbor is spelled N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R. And they get angry at me as if I created the language. Slaying. 8th. Neighborhood. Same sounds, but these are good words to know. These are good words to know. Weight. What is your weight? How much do you weigh? And what is your weight? One is a vowel, one is a verb and the other is a noun. The one that ends in T is the noun. 80th, let me give you a couple more. 80. think that's it. No, 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 no. Let me give you 2 or 3. Weight bridge. Weight bridge, excuse me. Wayman. And one more, 18. Okay. So once again, we're talking about the long A sound, A, the long A sound, and how it's represented in writing. There's the AIGH and there's the EIGH. Okay, once again, I want to thank you for coming and listening to my video. Please subscribe so that I can keep making these videos, making these cards, giving them away for free, and so that I can get as many people as possible subscribing to my channel. Thank you. This is Coralla Fickler McLean at welcome.com. Thank you very much.